Backlash.
At Backlash.
Who's going to be Danhausen's mystery partner at WWE's Backlash?
Backlash.
At Backlash.
This Saturday against the Miz and Kit Wilson. I've got over 20 plausible, keyword plausible options for said mystery partner. The first one is going to be R-Truth.
Sound good? That sounds real good. I think so too.
R-Truth has already been mentioning Danhausen's name here and there with Damian Priest. And what if Danhausen, he goes to the ring, then we have R-Truth's music hit, and he's like, well, I heard there was a tag team match. I'm the tag team champion, therefore, and now we have ourselves a matchup. Have Danhausen pin Kit Wilson, and now he believes that he is the champion, and so does R-Truth. They think there's the tag team champions. And Damian Priest on Friday can be like, no, that's not how this works, and now we have ourselves a running storyline right there. Number two option, Oba Femi. What if Oba Femi comes out for an open challenge? He's doing that on Raw. The Danhausen music hits, and we all think, did Danhausen just answer Oba Femi's open challenge? But Danhausen, he walks to the ring, and then he says, hey, I need a partner. And Oba Femi's like, okay, you got one. Number three, the Unseen 17, John Cena. I know he's retired, but he's appeared on more PLEs than Cody Rhodes has recently. What if TKO? They just throw a lot of money at John Cena and say, come on, man, can you just do one AA and let Danhausen take the pin and say you're his tag team partner? I mean, John Cena has been announced for Backlash, so it's in the realm of possibility, but I don't think it's going to be honest with you. But you know what is also possible? You winning this belt on my shoulder. You can win it at 30,000 subscribers. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to do free shipping, free everything. All you got to do to win is comment below and subscribe to the channel, and you can win the $1 million belt. People, it's not a toy. It's a replica. All right, number four is Jelly Roll. This would have been the perfect WrestleMania match. Jelly Roll, Danhausen versus Kit Wilson and The Miz. Everything was leading towards that direction.
Could you curse a guy named Kit Wilson for me?
Kip.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, Left Turn, Pat McAfee, and Jelly Roll are part of the main event. We just pick up the story where we left off. Danhausen reaches out to Jelly Roll. He's like, hey, you know, I know you were mad at them a couple weeks ago. How about you help me out? And Jelly Roll's like, okay. Number five is Mr. Iguana. No real reason here other than he's a comedic character, and so is Danhausen. You get to put a bigger shine on Mr. Iguana, which then spotlights AAA, and, well, then they can sell the Iguana puppet. So it's more of convenience of marketing and synergy between the brands, and big corporation love that word synergy. Number six, long shot here, but what about Cody Rhodes? No announced match for the guy who says he's QB1 and he's a fighting champion and he's going to be here all the time. Well, he's not on Backlash, so what if he appears as Danhausen's partner? And this would help win back some fans, maybe, because they might do it like the Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair situation, where you get someone who is really over with the crowd, and then they pair him up with someone who is not really likable with the crowd. And yes, Cody Rhodes is still likable, but the tides are turning. So if Cody comes to help out Danhausen, we get some of those boos back into the cheers section.
You're welcome, Corey.
Number seven, Elton Prince. Elton Prince is actually Kit Wilson's tag team partner in Pretty Deadly.
So we've never been better prepared. Yes, boy.
He did suffer a neck injury, but I don't know where he is in his recovery. So if he's good to go, then Danhausen has cursed Elton Prince, and that is why he has joined forces. But then after this matchup, we can then have segments where we have Kit Wilson trying to get Elton Prince, trying to detoxify his toxic masculinity that he got from Danhausen. But again, it's all barring on the health and well-being of Elton Prince, which I don't know. Number eight, you're going to hate me for, but what about Jade Cargill? Jade Cargill comes out. She and Danhausen are actually on friendly terms.
No, we're friends. I know we go back.
And Danhausen, I believe, almost cursed Rhea Ripley for her before their Mania match.
Listen, I need you to curse Rhea.
Oh.
Can you imagine if Jade Cargill came out? Miz and Kit Wilson wouldn't know what to do, and there'd be a really funny moment in the ring where we have Kit Wilson about to call out Jade Cargill for her toxic masculinity. And if we got nothing planned for Jade Cargill, we could literally make Jade become Danhausen's muscle, kind of in the vein of how China was Triple H's muscle back in the day. Number 9 would be Undertaker.
Yeah, we'll do your powers.
Or even Kane.
All right, we got Ultimate Kane from Mattel. See, look at that. It comes with his cape.
I'll put them both together because I know they're retired, right? But those two, they honestly don't care about, I'm retired, I'm going to stay retired. They like a paycheck. That's all they want. They want the paycheck. They want the big moment. And I could see them coming for one night only. We get Kane, Undertaker. That would be a huge, huge moment. And all they got to really do is maybe one choke slam and one tombstone if possible. That's it. That's all they got to do. And Danhausen can do the rest. 11, Booker T. We had on NXT last night on Tuesday where there was a malfunction on the headsets. The camera cut to them and nobody could hear anything going on. And then later in the evening, the other announcer was like, hey, Booker T, I think I know what happened with our headsets. Didn't Danhausen ask you to be his partner? Did you say no? Did he curse you? Us? And then Booker T was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So we can make that into a storyline and Booker T comes out. We get a Spinaroonie, a Spinahausen, huh? Number 12, a random fan. And you might be like, oh, come on, you're just reaching here. Yeah, well, Braun Strowman did that at WrestleMania.
Because when Braun Strowman needed a partner at WrestleMania, he went into the crowd and picked this random fan named Nicholas.
They became tag team champions when they beat The Bar. It happened at WrestleMania. It can happen again. Number 13 is a list of names that Danhausen himself has reached out to on Twitter. He has reached out to Shawn Michaels, Triple H, AJ Styles, Stone Cold Steve Austin. We got Kurgan, Minion, Naked Minion actually, and Papa Shango. I will just throw in there Boogeyman. The Boogeyman would be a good choice here too. But yes, Danhausen himself has reached out to each of these individuals. I just think he's just throwing a bunch of names against the wall, so I don't think any of these are really plausible. Number 14, Royce Keys. No real reason here other than, you know, they got nothing else for Royce Keys to do, so they said, hey, why don't you go be his partner? That'll get you some TV time. I don't like that reasoning, but I could see it happening. Just being honest with you.
Run along. A Dankeschön.
Chad Gable or Ludwig Kaiser. Those guys haven't been seen in over a year. Now, there was an update from OG Grande Americano on Monday that Chad Gable is still injured, but what about Ludwig Kaiser? Like, I don't think that guy was injured, and he's been off TV forever, so what if he just appears here? One of them, at least. Number 15, Danhausen. He just walks out there and he's like, I couldn't find anybody. Nobody wanted to be my partner. But I got an idea. I heard if you say somebody's name that they will appear. And then the crowd is like, oh my gosh, we know who he's talking about. And then he goes, Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears.
You got yourselves a match. 16, IShowSpeed. IShowSpeed was just at WrestleMania 42, and the reason why he was there, though, is because Danhausen cursed him.
You are cursed.
What if, after WrestleMania, we show some footage that Danhausen went up to IShowSpeed and said, I will lift the curse, but you owe me a favor in the future, and, well, Danhausen cashes in, and IShowSpeed is his partner at Backlash. Number 17, Danhausen goes up there, and he's like, I need somebody that is tough, somebody that is rough, somebody who is undefeated at WrestleMania to be my partner. And they're like, who could this be? And he's like, Michael Cole? I want you. And then it's like, wait, what? And then he says, if you don't help me, you will be cursed. And so Michael Cole actually puts down the headset and jumps on the apron because Michael Cole is undefeated. He beat Jerry the King Lawler at WrestleMania 27, I believe.
He talks a big game when it comes to WrestleMania because he's undefeated.
Please don't make me look that up. I don't want to risk actually seeing the footage of that match. That was so horrible. Number 18, Danhausen comes out to the ring and he says, all right, bring out my partner. And then we have a bunch of the little people that were at WrestleMania. They come out holding...
Hey, what's wrong with this guy? Is your mind or something?
Johnny Gargano. no. And he's like kind of still planking because he's all depressed and stuff. And they literally carry him out like they carried The Miz at WrestleMania crowd surfing. They put him on the apron. We start the match. Johnny Gargano does absolutely nothing, but they still end up winning the match. Maybe Kit Wilson trips on him one time or something, and that leads to the finish. 19 is kind of cheating because he's kind of sort of already on the list. This one,
I can tell you Cody Rhodes has been spotted fishing along the Alaskan archipelago, and you'll appreciate this. He has a full beard.
Stardust would be huge. I said pairing up Cody and Danhausen would be great for Cody Rhodes, but if you brought out Stardust, I am telling you, for one night only, the fans would erupt. They erupt, and we have Cody Rhodes doing everything that Stardust does, and the announcers, they sell it like, oh my gosh, where has Stardust been, right? Where has he been this whole time? And then Cody Rhodes never references that he was Stardust for one night when back on SmackDown.
I've really pushed Stardust out of my mind.
He never talks about it again. Maybe we do something like where after the match, Stardust says, all right, I am leaving now. I'm going back to my home planet, and you'll never see me again. And boom, we never see Stardust again. That is actually what I kind of want the most right here. A Stardust Danhausen match. Like, let's put a bow on the Stardust career. That would be chef's kiss. And number 20 is who I think it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Danhausen's one of the top guys now. We got good old Cola Man Punk. Now we've got Danhausen.
And that's CM Punk. It looks like CM Punk and Cody Rhodes has been like, they're teasing it, right? They're teasing it because that was the last time we saw CM Punk on Raw, where Cody came out and talked to him. So we got to get CM Punk on SmackDown. He's already done everything he can do on Raw. Get him on SmackDown. This is a perfect way. Him and Danhausen are friends in real life. So when Danhausen needs a partner, he asked Pepsi Phil to come out and help him. And now CM Punk is established as a SmackDown guy, and he helps his friend out. Win-win. All right, those are my 20-plus predictions for Danhausen's partner, but here's a bonus one. Me, Danhausen, if you really need somebody, I'll drop the money, I'll buy a plane ticket, and I will get to Backlash and be your partner if you have nobody else. Just throwing that out there. You miss every shot you don't take. All right, boys. All right, girls. See ya, bye.